Have you ever noticed that the most peaceful people are often the most reserved? There's a quiet strength in knowing what to share and what to keep to yourself. In a world that constantly urges us to open up, true wisdom lies in restraint. The Stoics understood this well. What we reveal can empower us, but it can also make us vulnerable. As we grow older, especially between the ages of 50 and 75, life teaches us a profound lesson. Not everything needs to be said. Privacy isn't just about secrecy. It's about controlled dignity and maintaining inner peace. In a time when personal details are more public than ever, mastering the art of discretion becomes an essential virtue. Today we'll explore 8 things you should never share with anyone. Timeless Stoic insights that will help you protect your peace, safeguard your reputation, and navigate life with quiet confidence. These principles aren't about isolation, but about strength, self-respect, and knowing when silence speaks louder than words. So before you reveal your next personal thought, ask yourself, does this serve my well-being? Or am I giving away a piece of my power? Stick with me as we uncover the wisdom behind keeping certain things private, and why doing so can lead to a more fulfilled and resilient life. If you find these insights valuable, stay until the end and share your thoughts in the comments. Now let's begin. 1. Age. More than just a number, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. Age is one of the first things people ask about, a common icebreaker in casual conversations. But behind that seemingly harmless question lies a deeper reality. Society places immense value on youth, often reducing people to mere numbers. In our later years, age ceases to be just a number. It becomes a label, one that others use to define our capabilities, our relevance, and even our future. Why then should we keep our age private? Because knowledge of it can lead to unnecessary assumptions. Once people know how many years you have lived, they may unconsciously start treating you differently. They may offer unsolicited advice, assume you are less capable, or worse, begin to view you through the lens of decline, rather than experience ageism. Though subtle and often unintentional, is very real, and even in societies that claim to value wisdom, the illusion of youth tends to overshadow the worth of experience. But life is not about numbers. We are always complaining that our days are few, and acting as though there would be no end of them. Seneca, longevity is uncertain, and measuring our lives in years rather than experiences is a mistake. The fixation on age can create anxiety, not only for yourself but for others. Some may look at your number and assume you have little time left. Others may impose their own fears onto you. But what matters is not how much time remains. It is how you choose to live each moment. By keeping your age private, you free yourself from societal expectations. You define your own existence, unshackled by assumptions about what you should be doing at a certain stage in life. Your energy, your passions, your contributions, these are what truly define you. When you do not disclose your age, you allow others to see you for your wisdom, your strength, and your presence, rather than a number on a timeline. The Stoics remind us that death is inevitable, but the way we live is entirely within our control. The number of years behind you is far less important than the life within you. Instead of dwelling on how much time has passed, focus on what remains to be done. Keep your age private, not out of secrecy, but out of wisdom, because life is measured not in years, but in moments well lived. 2. Money financial privacy is key. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. Money is an unavoidable part of life, yet it remains one of the most sensitive subjects. By the time you reach your 50s and beyond, your financial situation may be well established, or you may still be working towards security. Regardless of where you stand, the Stoics teach us that true wealth is not found in numbers, but in self-sufficiency and contentment. Why then should you keep your financial matters private? Because money, whether in abundance or scarcity, changes the way people perceive you. If you are wealthy, others may see you not as a person, but as a resource. Friends and relatives might begin to expect favors, loans, or financial support. Generosity, when assumed, ceases to be kindness, it becomes obligation. Resentment can grow, and relationships that were once genuine may turn transactional. On the other hand, if you reveal financial struggles, you risk being pitied, judged, or even looked down upon. In a world that often equates success with material wealth, people may assume you made poor choices or failed in some way. But the Stoics remind us, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poorer. Seneca. Your worth is not found in your bank account, but in your character, your wisdom, and your actions. Keeping your financial affairs private preserves your dignity and autonomy. It protects you from unfair judgments and prevents your wealth, or lack of it, from defining you. The less people know about your money, the more freedom you have to live on your own terms, without expectations or external pressures. There's an old adage, money talks, but wealth whispers. True prosperity does not need to be announced. Whether you have much or little, let your financial situation be your own business. In silence there is strength. 3 family secrets, the sanctuary of home. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Marcus Aurelius. Family is both our greatest source of strength and, at times, our greatest challenge. The bonds we share with parents, children, siblings, and extended relatives are built over a lifetime, woven together with love, sacrifice, and inevitably moments of tension. Every family has its struggles, its misunderstandings, its untold stories. But the wise understand that not all family matters are meant to be shared. Why should family secrets remain private? Because trust once broken is difficult to repair. Sharing disagreements or personal conflicts with outsiders invites judgment, gossip, and interference from those who do not fully understand the depth of your family's history. Struggles that could have been resolved internally become public spectacles, and wounds that might have healed in silence are reopened by the opinions of those who were never part of the story. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control the words or actions of others, but we can control how we respond. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Epic teachers. When it comes to family, silence is often the path of wisdom. Speaking too freely about internal conflicts not only damages relationships, but also robs family members of the dignity and respect they deserve. Keeping family matters private does not mean ignoring problems or suppressing emotions. It means handling them with discretion, addressing conflicts directly, rather than exposing them to the world. As we grow older, we may reflect on past mistakes, moments of regret or unresolved tensions. But by protecting the sanctity of family, we create an environment where healing remains possible, where relationships can evolve without the weight of external influence. Honor your family, not by revealing its struggles, but by preserving its trust. In a world that thrives on oversharing, the greatest act of wisdom is knowing when to remain silent. For medications, health is personal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Health is one of life's greatest equalizers. No matter how strong, successful, or wise we become, we are all subject to the natural wear and tear of time. By the time we reach our 50s and beyond, managing health becomes a priority. Some may deal with chronic conditions. Others may rely on medications, and many undergo treatments to maintain their well-being. While health is a common topic of discussion, the details of your personal medical history are best kept private. Why? Because revealing too much about your medications or treatments can change how people perceive you. The moment you disclose an illness or condition, you risk being seen through the lens of your ailment, rather than as a complete person. Conversations that once revolved around your experiences, wisdom, and insights may shift toward discussions about symptoms, treatments, and concerns over your well-being. While the intentions of others may be kind, this shift can be limiting. You are not just a patient. You are a person with a lifetime of knowledge, skills, and contributions. Moreover, sharing your health concerns often invites a flood of unsolicited advice. Friends and acquaintances may suggest alternative remedies, extreme diets, or miracle cures, often with little scientific backing. Though these suggestions are usually well-meaning, they can be overwhelming, misleading, or even dangerous. The Stoics remind us that external circumstances, including our health, are not entirely within our control, but our response to them is. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Seneca. Another crucial reason to maintain privacy is to protect your peace of mind. When others know too much about your health, it can lead to unnecessary worry, judgment, or pity. Some may start treating you differently, assuming limitations where none exist. Others may see your struggles as a reflection of weakness, when in reality managing health challenges requires incredible resilience. By keeping your medical matters private, you maintain control over your own narrative. You decide how you wish to be seen on your own terms, not through the filter of someone else's concern. This does not mean that you should suffer in silence. Seeking professional advice and confiding in trusted loved ones is essential. But broadcasting your health struggles to a wider audience often does more harm than good. The Stoics teach us that strength is not found in lamenting our burdens, but in carrying them with dignity. Your health is yours alone. Guard it not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Share wisely, protect your peace, and remember that your true self is far greater than any condition or treatment. 5. Sexuality. Intimacy is sacred. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Sexuality is one of the most profound aspects of human existence. It is not merely about physical connection, but about trust, vulnerability, and emotional depth. Contrary to societal misconceptions, intimacy does not fade with age. It evolves for many. Love and connection become even richer as the years pass, shaped by experience, mutual understanding, and a deeper appreciation for companionship. Yet in a world that often sensationalizes or stigmatizes the intimate lives of older adults, discretion is not just wise, it is necessary. The Stoics remind us that what is sacred should be guarded. Intimacy is a deeply personal matter, not a subject for public discussion. When details of one's private life are shared too freely, they become subject to misinterpretation, judgment, and even ridicule. People impose their own beliefs, biases, and assumptions, reducing something meaningful to mere gossip or speculation. Keeping your intimate life private is not about shame. It is about respect. Enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. Seneca. Speaking too openly about one's romantic life can erode the very bond that makes it special. Intimacy flourishes in privacy. It is nurtured by the quiet trust between two people, not by the opinions of the outside world. When you reveal too much, you risk allowing others to intrude upon something that should remain between you and your partner alone. Furthermore, as we age, our desires and needs may change, but the importance of dignity and discretion remains constant. Sharing too much can invite unnecessary scrutiny, making something personal into a subject for debate. By keeping your private life just that, private, you maintain control over your own story. The Stoics teach us that wisdom lies in restraint, that strength is found in silence, and that true fulfillment does not require validation from others. Let your intimate life be a source of joy, not a spectacle. Protect what is sacred, and in doing so, preserve its meaning. 6. Charity. The quiet power of giving. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others. It is not to be lived by reference to others, but by following the inner light. Marcus Aurelius. True generosity needs no audience. Giving, whether in the form of money, time, or support, is one of the highest expressions of virtue. Yet in a world where public recognition is often mistaken for genuine virtue, the quiet act of charity has become a rarity. The Stoics remind us that goodness is its own reward. The moment we seek praise for our generosity, we dilute its purity. Why should charity be kept private? Because giving should be about the recipient, not the giver. When we announce our acts of kindness, we risk turning them into tools for validation. We shift the focus from helping others to being seen as generous. A donation made in silence carries more weight than one accompanied by applause. It speaks to an inner strength. Giving because it is right, not because it is noticed. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, warned against giving with expectation. A benefit is rendered worthless by the expectation of gratitude. The moment charity is tied to recognition, it loses its nobility. A truly virtuous person gives without the need for acknowledgement, without tallying favors, and without seeking reciprocation. To give quietly is to give freely. Beyond personal integrity, keeping charity private also protects those we help. Not everyone wishes to be seen as a recipient of aid. Many people take pride in their independence, and publicizing their struggles can rob them of their dignity. By giving discreetly, we allow others to maintain their sense of self-respect. The most meaningful acts of kindness are those that lift others up without making them feel small. In the end, the measure of charity is not in its recognition, but in its impact. The best gifts are those given in silence. The most powerful kindnesses are those unseen. Wealth, time, and resources are merely tools. Their true value lies in how we use them. Let your generosity be a reflection of your character, not a performance for the world to see. 7. Honor. Protecting your reputation. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus: honor is not something you demand. It is something you earn. It is not built on words, but on actions cultivated over a lifetime of discipline, integrity, and quiet strength. By the time we reach our 50s and 60s, we have likely accomplished much: raising a family, building a career, contributing to our community. But the Stoics teach us a crucial lesson. True honor requires no announcement. In a world obsessed with recognition, it is tempting to share our achievements, to remind others of what we have done. But the more we seek validation, the more we risk weakening the very respect we hope to preserve. Honor is like a flame. It shines brightest when it is steady and unshaken. But too much air can cause it to flicker and fade. Seneca warned against the need for external approval. It is the mark of an unstable mind to seek admiration from others. If your worth depends on recognition, then it is not truly yours. It is borrowed, fragile, and dependent on the opinions of those who may not always hold you in favor. The Stoic path is one of quiet confidence. Let your actions speak for you. Let your legacy be felt, not flaunted. Moreover, constantly speaking of your accomplishments can create unintended consequences. It may invite envy, breed resentment, or make others feel inadequate. A person who frequently reminds the world of their successes risks being seen not as honorable, but as boastful. Respect is not demanded. It is given freely by those who recognize true virtue. By keeping certain aspects of your life private, your achievements, your contributions, your personal victories, you protect your dignity. You allow others to see you for who you are, not just for what you have done. In the end, the most honorable individuals are not those who proclaim their greatness, but those who carry it with quiet grace. Honor is not a performance. It is a way of being. Live in a manner that commands respect, and you will never need to ask for it. 8. Insults. Letting go of past hurts. If someone is able to provoke you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Epictetus: insults, slights, and moments of humiliation. These are inevitable parts of life. No one walks through the world unscathed. We are misunderstood, criticized, and sometimes deliberately hurt. But the real question is, will we carry these wounds with us, or will we choose to set them down? The Stoics understood that clinging to past insults only deepens our suffering. When we constantly replay the words of those who have wronged us, we allow them to live rent-free in our minds. We give their insults power, turning fleeting moments of disrespect into lifelong burdens. But why let another's careless words dictate your peace? True strength lies in letting go, in refusing to be defined by past offenses. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Talking about past insults, revisiting old wounds, and seeking validation from others only reinforces their grip on us. Each time we retell a painful story, we reopen the wound, keeping the pain fresh. Others may sympathize, but they cannot remove the weight from our shoulders. Only we can choose to release it. Forgiveness, in the Stoic sense, is not about excusing others. It is about freeing ourselves. It means deciding that the past no longer has control over our present. It means recognizing that insults say more about the person who delivers them than the one who receives them. By keeping these experiences private, we give ourselves the chance to heal in silence, without the distortions of external opinions or misplaced pity. To carry anger is to chain ourselves to those who have wronged us. To let go is to reclaim our freedom. The choice is ours. As you continue your journey through life, remember this wisdom is not just about what we know, but also what we choose to keep within. Silence is not weakness, it is power. What we guard in privacy often holds more strength than what we share with the world. By protecting these 8 aspects of your life, you preserve your peace, your dignity, and your autonomy. If this video resonated with you, let us know. Comment 1 if you found it insightful, or 0 if you see things differently. Your thoughts matter, and if you believe in the value of inner strength and quiet wisdom, consider liking this video and subscribing for more content on Stoic philosophy and timeless life lessons. Stay mindful, stay resilient, and remember, true power comes from within. See you in the next video, where we'll explore more ways to cultivate wisdom and live with greater purpose.